Hello and welcome to episode 6 of The Road to Anywhere. I'm Bood. As always, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. While you're here, why not be nice? Help me and my channel. Smash the like button. Go on. I know you will. But yeah, thanks for coming back for episode 6. People seem to still be enjoying seeing what I'm getting up to. It was a Journeyman because I've been to 3 different clubs in 3 years. Whereas I've kind of settled here at Salernitana. And at the end of episode 5, the Milan job came up. And you'll know we finished in the top 4. I think Milan finished a place above us. And I was contemplating going for it. I decided not to, didn't apply. I thought I'm going to stay here. We took this club out of the B, Serie B. Then we got in the Serie A, finished mid-table, won a cup, got into the Europa League, finished 3rd. We're in the Champions League. I've got a great young side. They deserve one more year. Well, that is it. I don't care, right? At the end of this season, no matter what, I'm either going to go to another team if there's a good job available, or I'm going to resign. No matter what, I will not be the manager of Salernitana at the end of this year. But what a year. We have got a story to tell you. I can't wait to get stuck into it. Before I do, don't forget, if you haven't already, go and catch up on me with content. Why not? There's nothing on the TV. TV is shit. Right, let's get into this. So at the end of episode 5, we finished in the top 4, which was an amazing achievement. I'd done a squad rebuild in the summer, you remember. I got rid of everyone. We had a load of loan players anyway. And I signed a load of young players. And I think we had a great young first team 11. Had some good young fringe players, lots of wonder kids. And then we had 4 or 5 loan players to plug the gaps. So what I wanted to do this season, especially going in the Champions League, was spend what money we had in filling the loan gaps. So for the first time in this entire series, I'd have a squad of my own players, no loan players. That was the plan, and that's what I achieved. Super excited. It's going to be my last season here, no matter what. Like I said, I'm going to either move on or resign. So, you know, win the Champions League. I want to go on a high, maybe win a cup, challenge higher in the league. Now, this is a squad, and it's arranged by age. You'll also see all that potential. Look at it, eh? Not bad. Good little team here. Oldest players in my squad now this year are 22. So I did get rid of my backup keeper who's with us for a few years. I think I got rid of another player or 2. And I wanted youth. I like having a young squad that can grow together, especially when I do a long-term save. But with this, you know, at least I'm leaving a great foundation for this club to maybe go on and do something special, really. But what I wanted to say before I show you some of the players I've brought in. Any of you out there, because I don't know anyone in real life who plays Football Manager. I've only got you to ask. Any of you out there who are playing with a large database with lots of leagues that are open, do you think you're getting a lot of good regions once you get a few years into this game compared to last year or the year before? I feel like there's a lot of regions about, and there's the higher region, right, that goes to like the Chelseas and the Cities and the Paris Saint-Germains, the good youth players that are usually the wonder kids. But I'm seeing this like this second tier of wonder kid who are at lesser teams, or they're good but they're not. I want to call them a wonder kid, but the game is classifying them as a wonder kid. So I'm just finding a lot of regions. I know I've got a lot of leagues running, but there's a lot of players out there, and I was just wondering, is anyone else feel like it's a bit easy? And someone was on Twitter recently talking about they're thinking this game's a bit easy. Like they made the game easier so more people might start playing it. Because I think they worried, Football Manager, or Sports Interactive are worried. There's a core group of us who play this game, and we get older every year, and less young people come into it each year. So I'm just wondering myself, have they made it easier to hopefully bring more people in who will play it and go, oh, this is great? Do you know what I mean? I think so, I'll be honest with you. Bit of a conspiracy, but I think so. Let's show you some of the players I've brought in to plug in the gaps for them loan players. So it's the same squad, except I've got rid of a couple of old guys, I think it's 2. And the loan guys we didn't re-sign, and then we've just brought in players to have a fully rounded 22-man squad. And I'm going to start with my favourite one, and it's called Plav, I can't say his name. Vlad, I'm going to call him. Now, I've noticed in Serbia, in this save, you've got some great young players. Not only that, they have tiny minimum fee release clauses. This guy had a minimum fee release clause of about 1.4 million, right? Brilliant. Scouts loved him, went in for him. And then City went in for him. Then Paris Saint-Germain went in for him. And everyone went in for him. So you instantly start thinking, shit, this guy's good. For 1 million, but they all want him, he's good. So I went back in, changed his contract, and you'll notice, yeah, I've paid through the roof, 100 grand a week. Now another player I managed to nab with a tiny little minimum fee release clause was this fella, Kinsombe from Nantes in France. 1.8 million his minimum fee was. I don't think I faced any challenge to sign him. I can't remember. But he was young, he was quality. I mean, 18 years old. But he's got all the ability in him. You look at that there, he's going to be great one day. Next up, I wanted a left back, and I raided France again, this time Lyon. But this time, this guy cost me quite a bit of money, about 15 million. It's going to raise, probably go up to about 25 million, maybe 30. If we ever have to pay him everything back. Yeah, he's 19, he's alright. I think he's good, decent physicals. Again, he's got the basis to be great. Now, in our squad, in this league, he's got great ability, great potential ability. So it'd be interesting to see if he becomes a top-class player. I mean, but this is my point. Apparently, he's a wonder kid. Now, if you showed me, as someone who played this game, right, a very, very long time, him, on paper, I'd go, yeah, that's a good player. He's got promise. I wouldn't have him as a wonder kid. I wouldn't. Next up, I needed another striker. And we got another wonder kid. Yay. Yeah, this was cost me a crap ton of money as well. Potentially something like £45 million all in all. Yeah, got it from Porto. He was actually in Porto B. I think he's great. Look at his physicals, good finisher, off the ball and composure. All need to upgrade, but they will do with time. 20 years old. I mean, he's not played for Portugal yet, but it's probably overpaid for him a bit. But just sitting in Porto B. I'm going to tell you how I look for players in a minute, quickly. If you've got the time and you're patient, you can find little gems. Next up, another player that's potentially going to cost me a crap ton of money, pushing towards the 40 million mark, is centre-half Sven Bos. Dutch lad, 20 years old. We got him from Ajax. Again, I like him. And again, he's a wonder kid. I've got loads of them. Too many. I remember playing Football Manager, right? And when you found a wonder kid, it was like special. It's like they're giving away wonder kids for fun here, for free. So it's devaluing the worth of a wonder kid in my eyes, because he's good. He's good. He's not a wonder kid. Next up, I found another player with a tiny minimum fee release clause. We got him from Villarreal in Spain. It's called Julio Rodriguez. Didn't cost a lot. Short 2 mil, I think. But I wanted to get rid of that old keeper. He wasn't old, but I wanted a young keeper to come in. He wasn't the best, the one I wanted, but great potential. Reflexes are great. Handling's 14. Great backup. Like, awesome backup. There we go. We've got a well-rounded squad. They're all my players. No one on loan. I'm really happy with them. I mean, they've achieved something good last year. Got in the top 4. Most of them, ones that were last year, have got a bit of European experience because we're in the Europa League. Added a few young key pieces. I think we could do something special. Finances wise, we're not rolling in it. Got no money to spend because obviously I've spent a crap ton. Yeah, a lot. Got 7 million in the bank. I don't need to spend anything. This club, if it kept hold of that squad, wouldn't need to buy a player for a year or two, and we'd probably end up going on and winning the league. Here is the debt, and you'll see our net debt is 57 million, but we'll pay that off like we did last year as the season goes on. Transfer debt again, that'll just get smaller and smaller. Although, like I said, I mean, if I was staying here now, I'd stick with this squad because I think it's good, and I'd probably have next year I wouldn't buy anyone. I'd just develop them, and then I'd try and concentrate on my own younger players. Then, do you know what I mean? That's how I work. What I do is, right, and I do this in any save I play, is the main thing I do first, before I do any kind of scouting, is every month I check for youth intakes, right? If you know how to do that, and I've made videos on it, everyone's done it. I don't think anyone doesn't know about this now, so you should know about it. But every month I go to the youth intake page and I check the youth intakes and I scout them all. And then when they're in my short list and I've got the ratings, I'll run through it. Anyone who's less than a 4-star potential, I get rid of them and I keep them there. And then you're there then, aren't they? You might not be able to sign them, but as they get older, you've got them. You'll get news, information on them players, so you'll know whether or not you can get them in the future. You can keep tabs on them. First up, what you need to do is go to your personal assistant and change that to indefinitely. So whenever you're scouting these lads, they're going to stay on your shortlist until you take them off. Do you know what I mean? So you're not going to find someone and then forget about them and lose them. Next thing you need to do is this. Now, like I said, I've made videos on it. Other people have. I think this is common knowledge now, surely. is go to world. See it there. Got transfers. Click that, all transfers. Go all the way down to youth intake. And there you go. You've got that month's youth intake. And you can go all the way back through time. Right? Click on them. You can always do 50 at a time. Right click them, scout them. Right? And go through them all. It takes ages. And every month you've got to remember, you jib back in. Go and have a look. New batch of youth. This is where every single region that's created is on this list. Right? Don't matter about your scouting knowledge or anything. Every region's on that list. What else I do, and this also takes ages, is when I do my normal scouting, you can do this. Now we're on the player search page. You can put your filters in. You'll see my filters. Maximum 21 because I only wanted young players. EU nationals makes it easier because I'm in Italy. Right? Now, even if I've got full range of scouting, and we know England, Italy, Spain, we know all that, right? You're not going to find everyone. You're not. You're not. It's a great way to do it, and I'll do this. And what I'll do is I'll go for each position. So, just for example, click Edit Search. Let's go for strikers. Click OK. And just the first page, I'll start there like that. I'll scout them. And I'll go for each position in my tactic and scout them and scout them and scout them. And I do that over and over and over again, right? If you put the time in, this is the thing. I think some people are like, where'd you find the players from? I put time into it. Sometimes I can spend the whole evening doing this and not even playing the game. Now we're here on the club's ranking list. Now you can look for all the top clubs in the world, but unless you're a top club, it can be hard to get these players. But I've done it in the past. I've done it on this series where there's a player sitting in, for example, Atletico Madrid's reserves or youth team, and he's struggling to get into the first team. He might be unhappy. You can peck their head. You can put something in the press to say I fancied signing him. Dip your toes in the water. See if you can do it. And you can do it. But what I'll do is I'll go through all these teams, and especially in countries like France, I'll go down all these teams, right? I'll go into the youth teams, under 23s or under 21s, and I'll grab all the players and I'll scout them all. And I'll go through it, and I'll go through it, and I'll go through it. That is it, honestly. And that's all I do. Well, then we might finish in the top 4, but going into this season, the bookies thought we were more like a 7th kind of team. Which is fair enough. Me young right back, the one we got off all the big boys, he's in the team. Benoit, who's a striker, they put him on the left, fair enough. But you've got Roma, Lazio, Napoli, Juve, Milan and Inter above us. It's going to be interesting to see how good we are, because this is a young team that's going to play without fear. I've got some quality, and I reckon we're going to be higher than 7th, surely. Well, if we jump forward a few months to just at the end of the year, damn right we were going to do better. We sat at the top of the table, only lost 1, drawn 5, won 13. I've got Foggy. He's the highest goal scorer in the league, and he's a left winger. Benoit is 3rd. Foggy, he's having the season. It's called Foglia, but I'm calling him Foggy. Best player in the league, most mans of the matches. I mean, we had started brilliantly. And to set it off, I had a massive pre-season this year. I thought, why not? Let's go on an adventure. So we went to China, then we played a game against our affiliate that we had to play, and then we went to America for 4 games. We didn't lose any of them. I mean, I feel bad for our affiliate. 14-0. 14-0. America was brilliant. We didn't even concede a goal. So, super happy. And I was hoping there's going to be a team bonding thing. The new guys are coming. We're going to learn how we play. And we're just going to kick on like we did from the end of last year. And here we go. It was brilliant, honestly. Do you know when things that have just clicked into place and you've got all the pieces together and it's just a lot of fun? And that's what this was. And we started well, then we drew, then we won, then we drew, then we won, drew. So it's a bit all over, don't get me wrong. But then this run here was absolutely excellent. We got beat off them. How do you say that? Sassuolo, I think. Can't say it. Won another good chunk. And then last game we played, we drew. But if you look at some of these games, we beat Lazio, our parent team, in their own back garden. Juventus, we didn't beat them, but Juve cannot beat us. They can't beat us. What is wrong with Juventus? Over to the Cup, and obviously we've only played 1 game. Got Chievo in the next round in the quarterfinals, but we beat Palermo 3-2, so happy with that. But it was all about the Champions Cup, and unfortunately, yeah, this didn't go to plan. Young team. I mean, no offence to Italian football, but it's a bit easier than saying the Premier League or the League. I think it is, with this team I've got. So we're doing well in the league, everything's clicking into place, but when it came to Europe, it was a bit different. So obviously we got beat off United at home. We drew with Leipzig, beat Celtic over 2 games. United battered us at Old Trafford 4-0, and then Leipzig beat us again. So we didn't come bottom. We weren't that far off, only 2 points behind United, for God's sake. Leipzig bloody dominated it, look at that. And United lost 3 games, we lost 3 games. Oh wow, do you know what I mean? And United only just beat Celtic there. So we were close. We've drawn Shakhtar in the first round knockout, a team I think we could beat. I mean, we got to the quarterfinals I think last year, so there's no reason why we couldn't actually go a bit further. Here's a squad, and as well as we've been doing, it's starting to feel it, I think. A couple of players with knocks, a couple injured, a few tired maybe as well. But when it comes to performances, Andrea Foglia is a beast. 14 goals, 6 assists, all from the left wing. If you look at him, I think I know he's got a few hours going down now, but he has been getting better as the season's progressed. Plus he's Italian. Now I know he's a striker, main player, but he don't play as a striker for me. He plays out on the left. He's finishing 17. Guy's a beast. Love him. Now, unfortunately, you might have remembered me going on about me, the young right back who I really like. He's down here. He's not happy because he's not been playing, but he was injured, so he didn't play, and it took him ages to get fit. So Novelli, the guy who's been here all the time, the one and only decent player at the beginning, the one and only decent young player, he's been playing and doing very well. I just want to show you this. This is my staff. Now, I always do it. I've been pumping new staff guys in galore. And if you scroll through this, look how many we've got now. Wow, I mean, look at my scouting team. Huge. Physio team. But obviously, I've been upgrading in the 20s and the 18s. And I do know, I'll be honest with you, when I do leave, I think if I quit, a lot of these might leave. I just want the club to be in a great position at the end of the season where, when I've gone, they're going to carry on. When it comes to the facilities, you'll see there, they finally completed the youth and the training, so they've been upgraded again. And before the year's out, I'll try and get them upgraded again. All depends on money. But I mean, the board have been brilliant, to be fair. They've been great. I mean, this club's a great club. I like it a lot. And, I kind of want to stay here and just never leave, really. And just try and dominate Italian football. But then, that's what I always do. So let's jump 3 months into the future. It's the 30th of March. And I can't lie, by this point, I'm thinking, I'm going to win a freaking title. Wherever I go in the future, I've got a great chance here of having a top flight title on my CV. I mean, we are 8 points clear at this point. Only lost 2 games. Foggy's still the best player, still the top scorer. Benoit's the second scorer. So I think I've played about 9 games since I last showed you what we were up to. And we followed that last draw up with beating Sampdoria 3-1, beat Fiorentina. We drew with these. Funny old game football, innit? Then we got beat, which is pants. Then we beat Napoli. We beat Juve. Of course we beat Juve. We beat Inter in a brilliant game. And we just drew our last game 1-1 with Milan. But what we weren't sitting pretty with was the Italian Cup. Trophy we won 2 seasons ago now. Got Milan in the semis. Beat them 1-0. Brilliant. We'll do this. We'll be alright. And got absolutely battered 4-0. Look. 4-0. Don't get me wrong, it's Milan, I know. But we're on fire, we're top of the league. Not only that, the bloody treble went out the window. It fecked off right out the window. I was a bit disappointed. Shakhtar games were immense. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Look at this. I mean, just have a look at the times. And you'll see how much of a fun game that was. Nearly had an heart attack. Then we brought them back to our place and beat them 4-1. And then we got Lyon, a team that bloody took a player off. A team we should be beating. Beat us 2-0 and it was a 0-0 bore fest. Now, one thing I've noticed this season as well, now on my Denton Villa series, I'm really struggling to get the board to send me any of my players on leadership courses. And it's very annoying. I think you can offer out like 3 leadership courses and then you have to wait a while and you can offer 3 more. And I think it's let me do it once with 1 player. This, every time I ask, it lets me do it. I think I've sent the entire squad on leadership courses. Another thing that is great is this. And I honestly believe this helps. I know I've said this a million times. I might say it on this series. I'm always saying it on the other series. That when your social group and everyone's together, you've got nothing to worry about. They're going to play better for each other. I really believe that's how it works. I did it last year on FM19 when they first brought this out, and you build a young team and they grow together and they all become mates. Now, if you're wondering, obviously, because January's gone, if I bought anyone, I didn't. Not a single player went in or out. We stuck with what we had, and we're in a great position here now. Not in Europe, not in any cups or anything. 8 points clear in the league. Few games to go. Could we get over that line? Could we win a major title? Damn right we could. I mean, we won it by 9 points. Absolutely buzzing with this. Buzzing my tits off when I did this. Seriously, great achievement. Super happy with it. To win the league, Napoli came second, Inter third, Torino fourth, Juventus 11th. Wow. So if we go over to our achievements page, you'll see they haven't won it before. That's awesome. So not only am I leaving them with a title, I won the Italian Cup, didn't I? There it is, look at them two. Can't get better than that for an Italian club, eh? So I've one of each. When it came to the Italian Cup, Milan beat Napoli in the final to win it 2-0. Milan look like they're getting a bit better, don't they, as the years go on. When it came to the Europa League, Atalanta, the team we beat in the cup final 2 years ago, then they won the cup last year, got to the final. I mean, Italian football's looking strong, isn't it? Unfortunately, they lost it. Just because we were in it at the beginning of the season, I thought I'd show you who won the Champions League. In shock horror, it was Real Madrid. Boring. So, I'll be honest, maybe I've pushed it too far with the money building this team. But out of it, they've achieved the league title. The club's going to fail its European Champions Cup FFP, though. It's still in debt. Maybe I took a risk here and I'm jumping ship. I know it's a bad thing, right? But I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. I think we've done something great. We took a risk. Like I said, if I stayed here, I think you could steady the ship. I think I could. Maybe even sell one of them stars. So this team of mine, young as anything. Absolutely. All under the age of 23. Some great potential. Some of these kids are great. It'd be sad if they get broken up. But I'll also be interested to see if they can stay together and go on and win something. It's been fun putting them together. This has been one of the things where I've really enjoyed scouting and doing all the things I do to find a team and getting me pad out and writing players down and picking them out. And it was a lot of fun building this team. I'm super happy with what we've done. It's July and you look at the job page, there's now nothing yet anyway. So, I think there's only one thing I need to do, and that is go on my contract and resign. Salernitana boss David Graham decides to end his reign at the Arice by resigning from his position as manager. Third division winner with Forchacone. Sure, they've done well on that. We did well with them. We got them into the second division. Went to Livorno. We did well. We got them into Serie B. Then I came here, never heard of him, and I've had fun here. But I'm done. Who will take over? Really? Luis Enrique? All the big names are getting linked now, aren't they? Well, there we go. That is the end of episode 6. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being Salernitana manager. It's a great privilege, and it's nice to end on a high with a Serie A title in my back pocket, eh? Buzzing with that. Major League. Happy days. If you did enjoy it, smash the like button. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you go and check out my content. My Villa series either might be coming to an end, or I might change the format to do something similar to this, where I'll just do season by season. I'm really considering doing that. And I've got other videos out. Just go and check them out. Why not? But thank you. Hopefully going to come back for episode 7, because it's going to be exciting. I could be anywhere. I could be in China. No idea. But I'm super excited to see where this road takes me. Get the backpack on and I'm going to get off on my travels. But thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. You've been an absolute legend watching this. You're great. I love you. I've been Bood. I'll see you next time.